I've had the iPhone 15 Pro Max for just over 3 months now, so this is my long-term review. But good news, it's not going to be that long. I'm guessing you're probably watching this video for one of two reasons. Either you've bought this phone and you're looking to validate your decision to spend upwards of $1,000 on Apple's latest titanium-flavoured flagship device, or you've been holding out to see if all the early adopters can give you some assurance. Either way, I think I can help here. And given it's been 3 months, I wanted to keep this brief with 3 big things I've learned about this phone since it arrived, and I'm willing to bet at least one of them might surprise you. First of all, let's start with this Pro label.
iPhone 15 Pro, the most pro iPhone we've ever created.
I've talked in previous videos about this wording that Apple uses and how unhelpful it can be, given it kind of means different things to different Apple devices. I mean, if you're the kind of professional who needs an Apple device to make a living, do you really need a MacBook Pro and an iPad Pro and an iPhone Pro and a Mac Pro and AirPods Pro, maybe even Pro Max, and watch it all on a Pro display XDR whilst looking at your Apple Watch Pro? Oh wait, that's weird. They never made that one, did they? Of course you don't. No one needs all of that. If you're being really cynical, you might just say it's Apple's way of charging as much as they want for their most advanced hardware, and to be honest, I might even agree with you, but this iPhone Pro is a little different. You see, Apple have added a feature here that isn't in any of their phones or iPads, and it's not the new titanium frame, it's the ability to record video in log. If you've never heard about log recording, don't worry, it's got nothing to do with wood, although that maybe depends on what you're filming. Recording in log format on a phone is a bit like painting on a blank canvas, whereas standard phone video recording is more like painting by numbers. In practical terms, what this means is that if you're any kind of video content creator, chances are you'll now be able to produce video content on a regular, dedicated video camera, as well as on your phone, and then be able to make those different shots you take look relatively similar when you're editing them together. This is a real game changer for content creators, and the footage in log with proper grading applied looks just fantastic. But there are a few catches, and that brings me to point number 2. If you're wanting to use your phone in this way, Apple haven't made it entirely easy, which is a bit odd considering they're saying this is for pros, and Apple like to make things easy. Hang on! Sorry, what was that? What about this? And this? And what about this? Yeah, okay. Point taken. If you want to use your phone to shoot in 4K log footage, it doesn't matter if you've spent the extra $400 upgrading to a terabyte of storage on this phone, you'll still need to attach an external disk drive via the new USB-C port every time you want to find a way to do it. And not just any drive will do, it'll need to be one that's capable of writing this kind of extremely high-level data and at fast speeds. And this presents a problem. How do you record video in a stable way with an external drive flopping about connected to a cable? Well, good news folks, I found a really good little hack. Let me introduce you to MagBak. They're an accessories company based out of California, and they produce really high quality products which I've been using for a few years now, just like this case bundle here. So I've got a phone case, MagSafe wallet which doubles up as a stand, and then this anodized aluminium multi-charger which covers all my everyday Apple devices, and I think looks pretty sweet sat over here on my desk. And one of these helps me with this little SSD hack that I found. Now the thing about this case is that it's got magnets built in. And when I say magnets, these things have got more of a pull than Keanu Reeves on a really good day.
Yeah. Okay, but let me tell you.
And this means you can stick your phone to pretty much any metallic surface and it's going absolutely nowhere. The case also comes with this little mag stick included which has 3M tape on, so you can effectively create a magnetic surface anywhere you like. So what I did was apply it to my little SanDisk SSD, it fits pretty perfectly as you can see, and then when I need to shoot log footage on my phone, all I need to do is snap this onto the back of my case and then insert my cable and I'm good to go. It's compact enough that I can use this setup with gimbals and sliders, you name it, and I can even carry it around just like this in my pocket. You can check out all the MagBak stuff in the link below, and they've kindly offered my viewers a 15% discount on anything in their store if you go ahead and use my code. Finally, the third thing I've learned about this phone in the time that I've been using it is that having a USB-C port really is quite handy. Hey! Sorry? I've been using Android phones for years and we've had USB-C since the time of the dinosaurs! Yeah, I know, I was just saying it's handy. Pipe down. Sorry about that, these Android users can get ever so angry sometimes. Anyway, where was I? Yes, I keep having to remind myself that I've got all these funky little USB devices I've acquired over the years, and they now work with my phone. And it's not just the stuff you'd think of either, like memory sticks and chargers. I use this wireless microphone system sometimes, which has got a USB-C receiver, and that means I can get really nice, beautiful, crispy audio recorded straight onto my iPhone for interviews and vlogs and even Zoom calls. Check this out. So here I am sat at my desk recording a little video on my iPhone. This is the sort of quality you would get if you're on a Zoom call, and the audio right now is coming from the built-in microphone in the camera. But if I switch over to the DJI wireless mic, which is this little lapel that I'm wearing now, and now the audio is coming from this little mic here, and if I move around, if I move sort of back in the room, you see that shouldn't really adjust the quality of the voice, so I can get up and move around. Yeah, this is an insane quality webcam. You can see I've got a bit of defocus, which is just naturally coming from the quality of the lens in the phone. And as you can see, bonus little reflection for you, combined with Apple's continuity camera feature, this phone gives you hands down the best looking webcam footage you're gonna see on any Zoom call without using a full-blown camera setup. I've just started hosting a podcast and people keep sending me messages to ask what camera I'm using, and I'm like, mate, it's just my phone. So if you're still on the fence about this, should you buy the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Well, unless you are a professional or even a semi-professional photographer or video content creator, probably not. The main reasons for getting this device over anything else are the mega fast processor, super bright screen, and the abilities that this incredible camera lens and sensor bring to the table. And there's all sorts of other stuff that Apple talked about at the launch, like ray tracing and gaming, and I know professional gamers exist, but do any of them really come to a phone for their gaming needs? Yeah, somehow I doubt it. If you want an iPhone that's still going to give you great photos and all the other usual non-pro stuff from a modern smartphone, my top recommendation is the standard iPhone 15 or 15 Plus. Now that model saw a huge set of spec bumps, including a processor that is no slouch, a great set of cameras, and also the dynamic island that debuted on last year's Pro model iPhones. So I reckon 99% of people who are due an upgrade this year should buy that phone instead, and they'll have a great old time with it. Folks, if you wanted a bit of a giggle, you might like to see my somewhat tongue-in-cheek reaction to this phone and a couple of other Apple devices when they were unveiled earlier this year. I very nearly choked on a mouthful of popcorn whilst making that video, so I reckon the very least you can do is go and have a little look. It's coming up in 3, 2,